First of all, I want to thank y'all for being here. Once again, I am Sheriff Leroy Martin, and this is former Sheriff Mike Lowe. If y'all help with the Judge Fields, and also my Chief Deputy, Deputy Jerry Maintenance. We're here to pretty much conduct this press conference so that everybody can understand what's going on and what we have accomplished during this time. And I want to read off a little something I wrote down because my memory is kind of, I play football, so I don't remember certain things sometimes, but I want to kind of start it off. So, as many are aware, Columbia County Sheriff has continued to investigate this disappearance of Mary Bobo Shin. Since 1978, former Sheriff Mike Lowe was the lead investigator on this case. Information has been given to the Columbia County Sheriff's Office and has been continued and will be continued to be investigated, just as all cases that arrive. Although we appreciate all information on this case, the Columbia County Sheriff's Office is committed to solving this in all cases to bring closure and justice to all involved. The purpose of this press conference is to give accurate information, not only to the citizens of Columbia County, but to the family of Mary Shins. On the 5th day of August 2025, the Columbia County Sheriff's Office, the FBI Special Extraction Team out of Little Rock, these are the ones who go out there. Specialty is to get bones, any type of grave site, wells, those type of things. That's what they specialize in. They was here to assist us. The Magnolia Police Department and the assistance of the Arkansas State Police conducted a search in the Bussey-Sharman area. The search was conducted on the information that was provided to former Sheriff Mike Lowe, and the search was concluded on that same day. Former Sheriff Mike Lowe can give more detail on the information. At this time, I cannot give pertinent information because of the status of this being an ongoing investigation, but I can set the record straight on these rumors that have been going around. First of all, we did not recover 3 bodies. It's been a thing, but we recovered 3 bodies. We did not recover 3 bodies. And number 2, our office has not received any information pertaining to Mr. Jimmy Ray Watson. There was a rumor going out that he had a deathbed confession and he wrote a letter. We did not receive it. If it is one, we have not received it. And also, Mr. Watson recently died, and we did not have any type of information that pertained to him, anything that involved him. So we want to dispel that rumor. Even though the rumors, we can't stop them. You know, I know people can have the freedom of speech. We can't stop that, all the information that's been kind of given in. But I want to tell everyone that by all this false information, it leads us down rabbit holes, and when we investigate it, it takes off time that we should be investigating real information. So, like I said, my office, we are still investigating this. I'm quite sure that if, you know, all the sheriffs that's been here, people who've been investigating it, people who went on, who have recently have died, they would love to bring closure to this also to the family, because I'm quite sure that the family, for this has been going on 50-some years. Some of you reporters here, maybe Mr. Mike, he probably was still around, but most of us wasn't even around during that time. But we do want to bring closure to the family. We do want to bring justice to all involved. And at the same time, like I said, we are committed to that, and I want to commit that, make that statement on behalf of my department. So at this time, I would kind of give it to Mr. Lowe, and he can further go in more into detail what was found.
Thank you. These rumors that are going around are causing people to be threatened. Reputations have been ruined. As far as Jimmy Watson, I grew up with Jimmy Watson. We went to school together. I've been working on this case for 47 years, and I can assure you, Jimmy Watson had nothing to do with this. I have an opinion about Facebook, and it's not very good. I hate it, I despise it. I've never been on it, and I never will be. People can get on that site and say anything they want to say, and nobody to rebut it. We're trying to move forward. and accomplished some things on this case, and all these rumors about Jimmy Watson and all that is hindering that, for crying out loud. We don't have time to chase boogers, okay? We're chasing facts. So, that's basically what I had to say. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Mike, can you just provide a brief overview of this case since 1978? I know that's asking to put a book into a paragraph, but just give us some background about it.
Bobo Shin was an art teacher, and she would buy old houses and fix them up and sell them for a profit. She was not a real estate agent. If you go back and look at the early articles in the media, they pegged her as a real estate agent. She was not. Okay? On the morning of July 28th, 1978, she was supposed to play tennis with a friend. Friend called her. Bobo advised her that she was waiting on a phone call from a guy that had a house off the Taylor Highway that he wanted to trade for her house on East McNeil Street. The friend called back a few minutes later, and Bobo advised her that he had called. His car was broke down, and he was going to put it in a Pontiac place, and Bobo told him to walk across the street to the Easy Mart store, and she would pick him up. A car like hers was seen pulling up at the Easy Mart about that time. This was around 11:30 a.m. The car was found abandoned behind Smitty's grocery store at approximately had a scratch in the dust. Her purse, pants were dumped out on the driver's floor. Shoes were wedged up under the brake, and she hasn't been seen since.
What was found Tuesday? What was found Tuesday?
We searched an area in the Bussy Sherman area. We didn't find what we were looking for, but we learned. So what we learned is moving us forward.
Can you be any more descriptive than that?
No.
Well, can you describe the property that was searched? Was this land, a house, a well, an outbuilding, barn?
It was just an area that got my attention a few months ago.
You said earlier that this tip came in a few weeks ago. Are we talking 1 month, 2 months?
Well, there wasn't a tip. There was a tip on this. That was me putting 2 and 2 together.
Okay. Why was the FBI involved last week?
I had called them a few months earlier looking for a cadaver dog, and they took an interest in it and provided the cadaver dog, and then they provided their recovery team. So that's kind of how they got involved in it.
Had this property been previously searched in connection with this case?
No.
Have y'all spoken with the Shin family?
I stay in
recently?
contact with Sarah.
Was the Shin family really
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you.
She said, has the Shin family been upset about the rumors?
I don't know. I'm sure they are. I mean, I'm upset about it, for crying out loud. All law enforcement's upset about it. You know, this kind of stuff, people get on there and start these rumors and say these things, they're hurting people. They're ruining reputations. I know one man that got threatened, for crying out loud, over a bunch of garbage on Facebook. You know,
I know you mentioned the cadaver dogs, so did they make any hits out at the property? Did the cadaver dogs find anything out at the property?
yes, that's why we did the excavation.
But you can't say what they found?
We didn't find anything of value, but we learned something. I'll leave it at that.
Did you learn something in regards to the Bobo Shin case? Is what you guys learned in relation to the Bobo Shin case?
What?
Is what you guys discovered yesterday, is it related to this case?
I'm having trouble hearing, son. I'm deaf in my right ear. Okay. Let me come up here.
What you guys found yesterday, is it in relation to Bobo Shin? What you found yesterday, is it related to this case?
What we learned is, yes.
Did what you learned lead you towards someone or away from someone? Can you say that?
Well, we hope it's going to lead to a successful outcome. Got a lot more work to be done, a lot.
Mr. Mike, you've been doing this case, almost longer than I've been alive, you've been working this case.
Yeah.
Talk about, I hate to say life's work, but I mean, I know that you knew her parents, you knew Bobo's parents, and you've been in this community, you were sheriff for a long time, you were the lead investigator on this case. Talk about what it would mean for you to be able to close this case.
Well, this case, it taught me a lesson. Of course, I'm retired now, and I'm not going to take on any new cases. But it taught me, don't get personally involved in another case, like I am with this one. You see, I went to college with Bobo. We had one class together. I knew the family. So I just jumped in.
Can you confirm if anything's been sent to the crime lab in
No.
Little Rock?
No.
Just to clarify, you can't confirm or nothing's been sent?
If it's been sent.
Nothing's been sent, okay. So what are next steps? I know you guys said you all have a lot of work to do. Can you talk about that? What
No.
that would involve?
No.
I'll just say that we'll be committed to tracking down all leads, to all information that's been brought to our office. I mean, I'm quite sure all law enforcement is involved in this, whether it's the Columbia County Sheriff Office, Magnolia Police Department, even the state police. So when we get information, what we do is we'll compare it with each other, and then we'll go ahead on and go forward with getting accurate information. Like I said, once again, these rumors has put us out way away from the attention that we need to be putting on this case. That's the biggest problem.
If people have an actual tip, they should call you.
Yes. We're not just disparaging anybody to give us a tip.
Right.
It's just that.
Don't get on Facebook.
Yeah, because it went from there to, people from different states. Oh, she buried over here. She's here. And matter of fact, I got some this morning where, you have people said, well, Bobo spoke to me and told me she's buried here. So that kind of stuff. So then it'd be the one time you don't go and investigate it, and all of a sudden something happened, and next thing you know, well, I told y'all, and So, like I said, our main thing is to bring closure to the Shin family, but at the same time, bring justice to whoever's involved.
Will the FBI continue to be involved?
We're going to stay in contact with them in case we need them again. Anything else?
Thank y'all for having this press conference.
No problem.
Just one more question. closure for yourself.
Now, you can't put a time frame to this case.
Yes, sir.
We're looking at a 47-year time frame right now. Okay, that's, no more
Once
questions.
again, I wanna thank each and all you reporters that, been following this case for a long time. I know you have, man. With good accurate information, like I said before, we wanna make sure the public is aware of what's going on. But at the same time, we do not wanna just have this cloud over here and, you know, we should be over this way. So, like I said, once again, I thank y'all for coming, and if we find anything, we'll call another one, and make sure y'all be, accurately, informed.
Yeah, we're hoping when y'all run these stories that it'll help knock down this Facebook junk. Yeah. Okay,
Anything else?
thank y'all.
Have a good day. Thank y'all for your time.
Yes, sir, thank you.
All right.